Fortunato. This is a broadcast of CATX TV from Princeton, New Jersey. Today is Wednesday, June 15, 2011. On this day in history in 2003, a Houston jury found Arthur Andersen guilty of fraud. It was the beginning of the end for a venerable old accounting firm. Nobody would have suspected that. Right now in Athens, 25,000 people are protesting. The police are firing tear gas bombs at them. Most of Greece's public service sector is shut down: airports, ports, schools, libraries, etc., all in continuing protest over the government's debt restructuring plans, which include a severe impact on benefits to public employees. Now to our main news, hundreds of Florida homeowners suffering with tainted Chinese drywall are going to share $55 million in a settlement that accuses a global drywall maker of lying about the products. The settlement will be funded by Banner Supply Company, its affiliates, and their insurers, which agreed to set aside the money under the settlement. The deal will cover about 500 to 800 Florida homes which were supplied with drywall by Banner. The insurers helping to fund the settlement are AIG, Hanover Insurance Group, and Maryland Casualty Company. Settlement needs to be approved by a federal judge in New Orleans. Drywall, of course, tainted drywall, has been blamed for emitting a stench and producing fumes that damage air conditioning fixtures and wiring. The tainted drywall was imported from China after a series of devastating earthquakes in Florida in the middle of the last decade. Florida was the biggest user of the tainted drywall. Banner is a small company based in the U.S. It distributed the products made primarily by the Knauf Group, K-N-A-U-F, one of the world's largest makers of building materials. Knauf Group employs about 23,000 people worldwide and had sales in 2008 of about 5.6 billion euros. Our friend Frank Majors and Barney Schaubel down in Bermuda with Nephila have won a big one today. A Pennsylvania state pension plan has approved a proposed $250 million investment in Nephila Capital's Palmetto Fund. It takes the hedge fund's assets under management well over $4 billion US. The board of the Pennsylvania Public School Employees Retirement System voted on June 10th in favor of the investment, according to information that appeared on its website yesterday. The fund has committed up to $250 million to invest in Class G shares of Nephila's Palmetto funds. PERS is a big pension fund. They're the 16th largest state pension fund in the U.S. They have about $51 billion. Nephila is one of the largest fund managers in the insurance-linked securities sector, now managing more than $4 billion in assets. I put in a request to Frank Majors. Hopefully we'll be able to speak to him on the air about this sometime soon. Transatlantic Holdings deal might be held up. One of their investors, Davis Selected Partners out in Arizona, said it might oppose the reinsurer's planned $3.2 billion merger with Allied World. Davis has the largest stake in Transatlantic. They have, quote, serious concerns about the proposed transaction. This is according to a filing that they made with regulators. Davis may oppose the transaction. The stock deal values Transatlantic at 79% of book value. The price actually might draw bids from other insurers and reinsurers, according to analysts. The deal requires approval from the investors of both companies. Davis may encourage the reinsurer's management to explore other strategic options to maximize shareholder value. Davis does have a 24% stake, but its voting authority, however, is limited through an agreement with the New York Insurance Department. For stock beyond a 9.9% stake, Davis must vote proportionally to other shareholders. This is according to the filing. Zurich Financial Services has agreed to transfer the runoff business of its Zurich Specialties London Group to Swiss Re at book value, as Zurich continues to focus on its main markets. The deal is part of an announced strategy by Zurich to divest most of its non-core businesses and to redeploy $1.5 billion of capital. The sale will allow what Zurich is terming a repatriation of about $360 million of regulatory capital from the London unit back to the Swiss parent. Actually Zurich Re Zurich Financial in February agreed to pay as much as $2.1 billion for 51% of Banco Santander's insurance business in Brazil, Mexico, Chile, Argentina, and Uruguay. Since then, it had sold stakes in that business to New China Life Insurance Company and Caixa Sabadell Vida de Seguros. The Specialties London unit has not underwritten any new policies in 6 years. And here's a signal that BMS is gearing up in the U.S. Former Guy Carpenter Managing Director Phil Campbell has joined BMS out of Minneapolis as EVP of its American-based operation. His responsibilities will include helping the broker build out its American reinsurance platform and develop reinsurance and risk solutions for P&C insurers. Before becoming an MD at Carpenter, Campbell was an EVP with Aon Benfield and its predecessors for over 25 years. Remember that Benfield was formed, Benfield Blanche was formed by the acquisition of Blanche, which had a significant presence in Minnesota. Perhaps Mr. Campbell's heritage stretches back to them. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Tom Bailey will be doing the news tomorrow from London.